everyone, welcome to Program 3 of our new JSC English Second Language video series from Namcol. Our lesson today is about literary terms. Have you heard the following words before? Theme, title, characters, plot, style, point of view. It is important to consider the title, characters, plot, themes, style, and point of view when studying or analyzing literary work. So, after watching this lesson, you should be able to understand and identify the theme, point of view, and style in literary works. Let us join Ms. Amakali's class as they learn more about literary terms.
Good morning, class. I hope you are all ready to learn about some other literary terms used in literature. I sure hope so, because today we are first going to look at themes in literary work.
Themes, as in T-H-E-M-E?
Yes, the central or main idea or message in a literary work is called a theme. This is mostly implied by the character's actions and by the nature of the conflict and its resolutions. Now, examples of themes can be love, ambition, or war.
So the theme of The Other Presents is witchcraft?
Not really. In this novel, you can find many themes as the author has different main messages. One main theme is the traditional beliefs associated with death in general. The theme of death from AIDS is blended into other sub-themes like superstition, traditional taboos, religion, etc.
Meaning, a novel and a short story can have many themes?
Yes, at times. However, sometimes it can only be one theme. Now, the theme, as I said before, is the main idea or message in a story. Therefore, it depends on the story. Themes convey the message or messages of the writer and may contain his or her beliefs and opinions. Now, if the main theme was supernatural, then the sub-themes would include blood, water, or fire. Who can tell me from which point of view The Other Presents was written?
What do you mean, miss? What's point of view?
Samantha, the point of view refers to the position the writer takes when writing the story. Now, the writer, who is also called the author, may choose to tell the story in either the first person position using pronouns such as I, or the second person position using pronouns such as you. An example of a third person position pronoun is they. Now, all these positions are called points of view.
Okay, to recap, Miss, first person is when you tell a story from a personal viewpoint. And second and third is when you retell someone else's story, for example.
Correct. But when reading a story, you will clearly see from which point of view the author is telling a story by looking at the pronouns being used.
Okay, but ma'am, the author of The Other Presents uses words such as I, they, and you. And I'm not quite sure from which point of view the story is told.
Now in such cases, we refer to an omniscient narrator, meaning it is an all-knowing author who knows all the thoughts, motives, and actions of all the characters in the story.
Can you repeat that, miss? Omni what?
Okay. O-M-N-I-S-C-I-E-N-T, omniscient narrator. The author writes the story from knowing all the thoughts, motives, and actions of all the characters and can thus make use of pronouns such as I, they, and you.
That is very interesting. So there are 4 types of point of views. First person, second person, third person, and the omniscient narrator.
Absolutely. Shall we move on to the style? Okay. Now the style is the manner in which the work has been written so to achieve the writer's purpose.
Writers normally have their own style of writing. This can be created and developed by their word choice and language usage.
Now, the style can either be literal or figurative, formal or informal, detailed or concise, simple or verbose. Plus, styles differ depending on the use of the first person or third person point of view, how the story is being told.
Meaning, I can find the style of the writer by examining how he or her expresses him or herself.
Now, it is the word choice and language usage of the writer which determines the style. Is it formal or informal, literal or figurative?
Well done, Kennedy. Do you understand now, John?
Yes, ma'am. I think I got it, okay? The style depends on the purpose of the work. A textbook, for example, would differ in style from a novel.
Yes.
And the setting, the time and place in which the work occurs, and lastly, the audience for which the work is intended.
Good. Now, let's take a look at the tone. So the tone is the manner in which the writer expresses himself or herself. The tone conveys the emotions and underlying feelings and attitude of the writer.
Now, how can you describe the tone, ma'am?
Well, one can describe it as being friendly, sharp, sarcastic, ironic, angry, or humorous.
Ah, I see.
Okay. Shall we conclude with the mood of the story?
There's more?
Yes, my dear. Lastly, the mood or the atmosphere. The persuasive atmosphere in the story is referred to as the mood. Now, the author uses mood as a style to capture the interest of the reader, for example, humor, mystery, and adventure. The Other Presence is a humorous, funny novel which uses sense of humor to address serious issues such as death, HIV and AIDS, tradition, and cultural taboos.
So, the tone helps create the desired atmosphere, meaning the mood I was feeling while reading the story. For example, I was laughing at some incidents while reading the novel.
Yes. And you will either feel like you want to know more as if it is a mystery. While reading a story, then the mood is mysterious. Now, while you're reading a story and it feels you are on an adventurous trip, then the mood is adventure.
How do you know this?
I'm not so sure what you mean, Samantha, but the writer makes use of various language devices and through his or her tone.
I think I need to read more, as I cannot really relate to you. I know, for example, that The Other Presence is funny, which gives a humorous mood, right?
There's nothing humorous in The Other Presence.
I thought it was funny when Kachana crossed the scene at the memorial service trying to chase away the dog that tried to steal the meat.
Yes, and the more you read different novels, the more you will experience different moods.
This is quite a lot to remember. Give me a second, ma'am, while I reflect on what I've learned today.
Okay.
Shall we summarize what we've learned today before Samantha and Kennedy kill each other? This lesson focused on furthering your understanding of literary terms. You learned about the theme, point of view, and style in literary works. The central or main idea or message in a literary work is called a theme. The point of view refers to the position the writer takes when writing a story. First-person point of view is when a story is told from a personal viewpoint. Third person retells someone else's story. The omniscient narrator is an all-knowing author who knows all the thoughts, motives, and actions of the characters in the story. The style is the manner in which the work has been written, so as to achieve the writer's purpose. Do remember that the style is dependent on the purpose of the work, A textbook would differ in style from a novel, the setting, the time and place in which the work occurs, and lastly, the audience for which the work is intended. The style of Francis Niati, author of The Other Prisons, is not the same as J.G. Goodacre and S. Makosana, who are the authors of The Calabash. The tone is the manner in which the author expresses him or herself. The tone conveys emotions, underlying feelings, and the attitude of the writer. The tone may be described as friendly, sharp, sarcastic, ironic, angry, or humorous. The persuasive atmosphere in a story is referred to as the mood. Authors use mood as a style to capture the interest of the reader. For example, humor, mystery, or adventure. Well, we've come to the end of today's third program in our 5-part series for JSC English Second Language. Please also participate in our SMS competition. The rules are as follows. Send your SMS to the number 5003. In the message box under the number, write down the keyword for today's program, which is the word view. Then identify the correct option, A, B, C, or D. Remember to choose only one answer, please. We have a prize for the winner. Here is the question. In the following sentence, identify the point of view. The young boy knew that he was good at the sport and could really contribute to the team and help them win. I really want to be part of this team, he thought to himself. Is it A, third person, B, the omniscient narrator, C, first person, or D, second person? Here's the question again. The boy knew that he was good at the sport and could really contribute to the team and help them win. I really want to be part of this team, he thought to himself. Is it A, third person, B, the omniscient narrator, C, first person, or D, second person? We're waiting for your SMS. Maybe you could be the lucky winner of our special prize. Please join us again for the next lesson. Until then, from all of us here at Namcol, goodbye and take care.